Good morning, everyone. It's a true privilege to share a story with you today. A story that, while not found in the traditional scriptures, carries a profound message that I believe resonates deeply with the teachings of Jesus. It's a tale I've come to call the parable of the mango tree. Imagine, if you will, the dusty roads of Galilee, the sun warm on your skin, the air thick with the scent of olive groves and the distant murmur of life. In this setting, Jesus walked, teaching, healing, and sharing parables that illuminated the most profound truths with simple, relatable imagery. We often hear of fig trees, mustard seeds, and lilies of the field. But today, let's consider a mango tree. In a small village, nestled among rolling hills, there stood a magnificent mango tree. It was ancient, its branches gnarled and thick, stretching wide like welcoming arms. Every year, it bore an abundance of the sweetest, juiciest mangoes, a true blessing to the villagers. Children would play beneath its shade, their laughter echoing through its leaves. Families would gather, sharing meals and stories, always with a basket of the tree's golden fruit at their side. The tree was a symbol of prosperity, of generosity, and of life itself. One scorching summer, a severe drought gripped the land. The rivers dwindled to trickles. The crops withered, and despair began to settle upon the hearts of the people. The once vibrant mango tree, too, began to suffer. Its leaves curled. Its fruit, though still present, was smaller, harder, and lacked its usual sweetness. The villagers, desperate and afraid, looked at the tree with growing disappointment. They had relied on it so much, and now, it seemed, even it was failing them. Word reached Jesus of the village's plight and the fading hope surrounding their beloved mango tree. He journeyed there, his disciples by his side, walking through the parched fields until they reached the village square, dominated by the struggling tree. The villagers, recognizing him, gathered around, their faces etched with worry. "Rabbi," one elder spoke, his voice heavy, "our tree, our life, it is dying. The drought has taken its toll. What hope is there for us when even the giver of life struggles?" Jesus looked at the tree, not with judgment, but with deep compassion. He saw its struggle, but he also saw its enduring spirit. He turned to the villagers and said, "Look closely at this tree. What do you see?" Some murmured, "We see a tree that is thirsty." Others said, "We see fruit that is not as sweet as before." A young child, however, pointed and said, "I see a tree that still tries to give us fruit, even when it is hurting." Jesus smiled. "Indeed," he said, "this tree, in its time of trial, reveals a profound truth. For many years, it has given freely, without asking. It has provided shade, sustenance, and joy. Now, in its weakness, do we curse it for its diminished bounty? Or do we remember its years of generosity?" He continued, "The drought is a test, not just for the land, but for our hearts. When the tree was strong, we celebrated its gifts. Now that it is weak, do we abandon it? Or do we, in turn, offer it our care, our understanding, and our patience?" Then, Jesus did something unexpected. He didn't miraculously bring rain, nor did he instantly restore the tree to its former glory. Instead, he knelt by its roots, and with his hands, he began to loosen the dry, cracked earth around them. He then beckoned the villagers. "Bring water," he instructed, "even if it is but a small amount. Let us nourish what has nourished us." Hesitantly at first, then with growing understanding, the villagers began to bring whatever water they could spare, a cup from a dwindling well, a small pot from their meager reserves. They poured it around the roots of the tree, their actions a silent prayer, a collective act of gratitude and hope. Jesus worked alongside them, his presence a quiet encouragement. He spoke of resilience, of the hidden strength within all living things, and of the power of collective compassion. Even a small act of kindness, he taught, when multiplied by many, can bring forth life from the barren ground. Do not judge a tree by one season of scarcity, but by the abundance of its lifetime. Days turned into weeks. The drought did not immediately break, but the villagers, inspired by Jesus' words and actions, continued their small acts of care. They watered the tree, they spoke to it, they cleared the dry leaves from its base, and slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, the mango tree began to respond. New, tender green shoots appeared, The existing fruit, though still small, began to swell slightly, and a hint of its former sweetness returned. The story of the mango tree is not just about a tree. It's a parable for us. It reminds us that true faith and love are not fair weather companions. They are tested in times of hardship, when those around us, or even we ourselves, are struggling, when our usual abundance seems to wane. That is precisely when our compassion, our patience, and our willingness to give, even from our own scarcity, are most needed. It teaches us to look beyond the immediate appearance of struggle and to remember the inherent worth and potential within every being. It calls us to nurture, to support, and to believe in the possibility of renewal, even when the signs are faint. Just as the mango tree, though diminished, still held the essence of its fruit, so too do we, even in our weakest moments, carry the divine spark within us. Let us, then, be like the villagers who, guided by Jesus, chose compassion over despair. Let us nourish the struggling, tend to the weary, and remember that even the smallest acts of love, when offered with a generous heart, can help bring forth new life, new hope, and a renewed sweetness to the world. Thank you.